Hey there. So, how wouldn't it be cool to clear that need to be needed? The people pleasing one where we sell ourselves out, do all kinds of things to get people to like us, love us, accept us, want us, need us, all that good stuff. So, tomorrow's group clearing is in people pleasing, clear the need to be needed. So, all that need to be needed, it all comes from wounding, deep wounding. So, hey everyone. Hi Ria, Abigail. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so I just wanted to give some info about how the whole thing about people pleasing. Everyone does it. Hey Pri, welcome. I remember in my life, it's like that feeling. It's like you just have this grab inside, where you might want to be able to, to say something and you can't. You get like locked up and frozen, or you're with people and you'll try to say things to meet where they are or whatever you're believing they're believing, so rather than just being your true authentic self, there's that where we literally just kind of like try to make people see us in a certain way, make it hopefully that people will like us. Okay, so again, this is coming from a major wounding stuff. Okay, a lot of past life carryover, and of course in this lifetime. So when you think about this, if we just look at just this lifetime, okay? So, we start learning really, really young that our needs or our wants are, that there's something wrong with us to have a need, to have a want. We get, or, like our parents, our mother, father, or whoever the main primary caregivers were, people who took care of us, teaching us that what we're feeling, we're not feeling. You know what I mean? Like, like I know this one's this one happens for a lot of men, for boys. Okay. Well, it happened to me a lot too. You're not hurt. Stop crying. You know what I mean? Let's say you fall down, you hurt yourself. You're a kid. Okay. And you're crying. And then, an adult tells you you're not hurt. You're okay, whatever. And yet you're feeling this pain. So, it starts to create a little bit of a confusion. So what happens is we begin to trust what somebody else is telling us rather than what we're feeling. Okay. So that's one of the things that starts happening. Ah, good. Yeah. Neglect. Well, yeah, there's so many pieces to it, people. So think about this too. So, when we're abused, like in my life, I grew up getting severe, torture, razor straps, switches off trees, belts, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, being humiliated in front of other people. That was the worst, have your pants pulled down and, beaten with the razor strap in front of people was like very humiliating. Okay. So we start learning that what we're feeling, that isn't okay. There's something wrong with what we feel. So yeah, I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah, I remember that one. Stop crying. My grandmother, stop crying. I'll give you something to cry about. Whoa, yowie. Okay, so yeah, and then there's the whole neglect thing too. So when we're neglected, when there's, you might even be in the same room with your family or with people, and I remember that happening to me. It kind of tripped me out. I'd be in the room, and then my mother, when she'd come around, and when she'd bring a man over or whatever, and my grandmother was there, and they didn't even acknowledge that I was even there. You know what I'm saying? I remember this very clearly. I remember sitting over, we had like this phone, what those things called, a record player thing, single record type thing. And I was sitting over there, and they just would play that, put that music on, and then they were talking to my sister and my, everybody else, but they were, it was like I wasn't even there. Okay, didn't even exist. And so there's lots of many different degrees of just feeling, that of a neglect. Like think about this. Oh my God, yeah, I'm just remembering. I've worked with thousands of people. I've heard thousands of stories. Okay, so I remember. Oh yeah, like a baby, an infant. It's like just leave it in the crib, and it's crying and it's hungry and it's dirty, dirty diapers, and they just leave them in there all friggin' day, to the point to where they start getting rashes and, skinny, losing weight. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that teach us that there's something wrong with us. So we're not wanted. We're not, loved. We don't belong. So when we have those kinds of wounds, then we literally, we stop being our authentic self. We become what we think others will accept. Okay. So, it's so deep in us, and it's also carryover. And, just think about this, if you really get it, that nothing really began in this lifetime, then all that's happening in this lifetime is we're recreating to try and heal a wound. And so we got a lot of lifetimes of this kind of abuse, whether it's neglect, whether it's abuse, whether it's shaming, humiliating, just all the different things that happen. I mean, it's so severely traumatizing. I remember for me, I mean, I just couldn't be in the world. And I'm sure many of you, like, all of you probably in some way have experienced that, you know what I mean? Like the trauma where it's just really hard and challenging just to be around people, I remember being in school. I would never raise my hand, heaven forbid. Someone might look at me. Oh yeah, Abigail, you're always the good girl and always in trouble. Yeah. Okay, hang on a second. Spirited Woman's asking a good question. She's saying, is this passed down ancestral trauma? Can we heal where it started for our ancestors? Okay, yeah. So there is a passing down. Keep in mind, people, that in the womb, you're picking up your mom's trauma, okay? So think about this. Everybody gets traumatized, all right? Everybody. And so think about, your whole ancestral bloodline, your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, even on your father's side, it just keeps on going. And that energy gets passed down through the DNA, but it also gets passed down by being in the womb. So when you're in the womb of your mom, you're actually picking up her traumas. You're picking up her anxieties, her fears, her traumas. You're picking it up. And you don't know that it's not yours, unfortunately. Okay. So, we're just gathering all this energy. So, what Spirited Woman's asking is, can we, track it back and help, where it began, and then start to help to unravel that trauma. Well, here, what happens is, I mean, we can go back, like, let's just say you want to follow it back in the maternal bloodline. Okay. So you're going to your mom, the mothers. Okay. And then you go way back. So here's the thing, people. It starts so friggin' far back. Think about this. I went back. I was probably looking at Spirited Woman, but I was just tracking back, and I went all the way back to like caveman days. Okay. So you guys, don't worry about the past. Okay. If you want to help your family, if you want to help your ancestors, help them in this time. What I mean by that is this. Let's just say, hang on a second. I'm just going to use Spirited Woman. Let's just say that, was it actually Spirited Woman? Okay. No, it was it was in your maternal bloodline. Is it great? Hang on. One sec. Great. 3 greats ago, 3 greats. Yeah. 3 great grandmothers ago was the one in the cave, like being clubbed for doing whatever, something, doesn't matter. But that energy, she got beaten down, okay, traumatized. So think about that. So her offspring were picking up that trauma. So let's say you want to help your family at that, at the ancestral level, then you would help them like now, like working with their spirit now, working with the soul of your family now. Okay. People, here's what's really cool and awesome is that clearing people that are not in a physical body is so much easier than clearing somebody that's in a physical body, for real. Okay. And You know, like I've cleared lots of different peoples that are on the astral plane. For example, when someone dies, they got all this energy carried over, or oh, no, sorry, no, they got all this energy and traumas from, you know, their experiences, and we've cleared those traumas, and then it releases them from having to recreate that in the next lifetime. Okay, remember, we're going to recreate scenarios to activate the wounding so that we can heal it. That's why we keep doing the same old, same old. We don't have the teachings. Okay, now we're getting the teachings, and those teachings now let us know that, okay, it's about healing. It's about the soul knowing itself. It's about, you know, surrendering to emotional pain so fully that we know it, so we don't have to keep redoing it. Okay, so yeah, so we can clear energies, especially when people are no longer in, you know, in physical form. It just clears so much easier. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Great grandmother was in Russia work camp at 14. Yeah. Okay. So Robin, yeah, hang on a second. I just want to check something. Okay. So that was your great hang on. It just moved. Where'd she go? Great. Okay. Oh, great grandmother. So great grandmother, great grandmother. Yeah, okay, there. So I mean, I just want to see where she's at. Yeah, see, she still has that trauma. She's still carrying that trauma. So Robin, you could actually help that energy. You know, people, it's not that hard, really. So what we do is we connect with that soul. We show them, you know, we show them the soul dancing, the agreements that we made. When we show them the soul dancing, they understand that, oh, wow, we've been doing this repeatedly, repeatedly, repeatedly. Then I show them the bigger picture. That's like looking from the eyes of creation, and something awakens in them, and they oftentimes they'll fall over laughing. I'm not joking, laughing. Okay. So you show them, and then you can release the traumas, use the white flame, burn it out, release it. So there's things you can do, people, if you really want to help, you know, your family, your ancestors, especially if they're no longer in a physical body. And, you know, it'll be easy to move those kinds of energies. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hang on a second. What's this? Pray. Okay. I used to be a big time people pleaser, but now after a certain amount of inner work, yep, good. I could see the pattern clearly in my family, and I cringe sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So for clearings, I call in my ancestors, and then, okay, cool, Abigail. Hang on. So Abigail, for clearings, she calls in her ancestors and all the ancestors of the people you call in. Yeah, you guys, you know, whatever you're called to do, just do it. You know what I'm saying? You're having a knowing, so do it. Okay, this is good. Because you're helping them. You know, the clearer they are before they incarnate, the better life they're going to have, the less intense traumas and all of that they're going to have. Yeah, hang on a second. Yes. Yeah, Ria. So yes, you can call in all, like what we just read. Okay, Abigail, she calls them all in. Yeah. So you guys, there's no limit to who you can call in. Okay. So just call them in, but show all of them. Show them the soul dancing. Show them, and then show them the bigger picture. When you show them the bigger picture, what happens is they understand that it's not personal, that it's the soul evolving, and it's through the interactions of each other that wounding happens, but then it's through the interaction of other that brings it to the surface so they can heal it. Okay. And so what happens is then they get it. It's like they get it. It's like the big cosmic joke, for real. I can't tell you how many times I'll show people the bigger picture. Even in severe situations, they fall over laughing. And then what happens most of the time is that soul literally starts to help me clear the energy. Okay, for real. Okay. Yeah, Abigail. Yeah, heavy, yeah, breaking all that stuff. So again, tomorrow's topic is in people pleasing, clear the need to be needed. Okay. So it's going to be covering all those different ways in which we got traumatized. Okay, hang on a second. I want to see what Priya is saying. These days I'm being authentic, and but it doesn't matter anymore because I realized I should honor me, and it is about my soul growth and evolution. Yes, Priya, right on, girl. Awesome. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Hang on, here's another one. Okay, her inner work released her paternal grandmother who kept, yes, appearing in her dreams for years. Yes, clearly she knew you could help her. That is so friggin' awesome. Wow. Awesome. That's all I can say. It's awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So people, it's like, you know, all this wounded stuff. Now's the time. Now's the time. People, we're like this, we're in that new paradigm's happening. Okay. We're not fully landed in it yet. This is why we're seeing all the intensities in the world. You know what I mean? Like all the ugliness, all the, the greediness, all the heartlessness. And it's, look what's happening. Just look at the United States, look at the world, look what's happening. This is the revealing of the darkness. It has to get revealed and exposed in order for us to heal these deep wounds so that we can live in that new paradigm. So you guys, we won't be fully we won't be knowing that full dimensional, fifth dimensional being until now. It's about, it's about 149, it'll be 148 years ahead. But that means, think about this. You got, maybe come back for a couple of lifetimes and clear out more stuff. Okay. Why not? Okay. Hang on a second. What is this? What is this? Okay. You just mentioned creation. I had a thought of the sun rising and I could feel energy flowing through my body. What was that? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you guys, using the energy of the sun for real. Okay. You polarize with the sun literally can burn off energies, kind of like when we pull the white flame in, like if you've been around me, I use the white flame, right? So white flame burns off energies. I use that white flame for many things, okay? But the sun, it's right here in this dimension. We can feel it, we can see it, it's right there. So when you intentionally use that, like just, for example, if you just, like what Michael's saying is seeing the sun rising, the thought of the sun rising, you could feel energy flowing. So yeah, you can literally use that energy to pull and draw out energy frequencies out of your whole system. Okay. So there's all kinds of things that you guys can all be doing. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Need to be needed is because we want to be seen, taken care as children, and maybe love and attention of parents. Not so much that, okay? It's more, okay, there's a need to be needed. Okay, everyone wants to be seen, because because that means you're being loved. That means you're being cared for. But most of the energy that's happening with the people pleasing and the need to be needed is coming from a deeper wound where you were not wanted, where you were neglected or shamed and humiliated and downtrodden and physically abused, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sexually abused. All those things create shame. Okay. So when we have a lot of shame, people, then we don't feel that we want to be exposed, we want to hide, and it causes us like contraction. So we're pulling in, we're always contracting, getting more and more invisible. But there's people, the bottom line is this: everyone wants to be loved. Everyone. It's survival. Being loved is survival. So we all want to be loved. So we start learning that who we are isn't okay. If you were here earlier, I was saying, think about this, you fall down, you get hurt as a little kid, you're crying because you really did get hurt. And then, your mother, father, or somebody's telling you, stop crying, you're not hurt. Okay. Or you're not feeling that when you are. It creates confusion. You're going to believe the adult. Okay. So, we're learning through experience and we're navigating because we're all sensitive beings, people. Everyone's a psychic being. Everyone's intuitive. Everyone's, feeling and sensing energy. And when there's danger and you're unsafe, you're going to find a way to be safe. And that means you're going to create the false self, the ego. You're going to stop being who you really are because you've learned that if you cry too much, you're going to get in trouble. Or if you laugh too hard, you're going to get in trouble or ashamed or humiliated. If you do something like, oh, you're a little kid and so another kid comes over and takes your toys and, to you, that's your toy. Oh, but now you get in trouble because you're not sharing. Okay. So it's all everywhere, people. It's everywhere. Okay. So we're just learning, oh, I'm bad because that's mine. Oh, because I want that, I'm bad. Okay. Oh, got to hide that I'm bad because then people won't love me. Mommy, daddy won't love me. Okay. So there's just so many components to this one, people. Okay. Hang on a second. Hang on, Abigail, something. Okay. Can I ask you, given your upbringing, since you cleared probably almost everything in this life, will you get to come back in a better upbringing? Oh, yes, absolutely. Here, yes. This, you guys, I'm on a friggin' mission, okay? I'm on a mission. If I got anything inside of me that isn't like heart open, unconditional love, sharing, just being myself. Anytime I'm not, I want to clear that energy. Okay, what would happen? Remember what happens, people. Whatever you got inside, that's what you're going to come back and recreate. Okay, so the clearer you are, the better life you're going to have. So yes, okay. Yeah. This is good. Whoops. Oh, just hang on a second. Okay. People pleasing stopped when I stopped looking love out and started looking within. I'm an extension of, so yes, that's all true. Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, hiding or being invisible has to do with healer and persecution also. Yes, that's true. Also, some people like us are energy sensitive while others are not very. That's true. That's all really true. Yeah, you guys, I had to, for me, think about this. I've been in the business professionally 40 years. 40 years, okay? So that was back in the 80s. Is it the 80s? Yeah, in the 80s. I was doing stuff before that, but I start counting when I actually started charging money, okay? I was doing all kinds of stuff before that. So I was always in hiding, never coming out in public, never, no way, okay? So I was probably about 2017, 2018, right around there, that I finally cleared all the persecution stuff, all the, the fear of being visible, the fear that I was going to be, killed. Oh, actually and some of the biggest pieces happened like in 2022, 2023, major, 24 was a huge shift for me. Okay. So, you guys, we find these pieces when we find them. I've been trying to get these pieces, all my life, and it only happens when it happens. Okay. So, what are you going to do to keep on showing up? Right. Yes. Oh, this is so good. Abigail, yes. She had a bad interaction with a grumpy neighbor yesterday and learned to hold unconditional love. Yep. She saw Abigail and and said, what the fuck? Wow. Yeah. You guys, that's the thing. If you just keep holding that frequency of unconditional love, people are going to do that, but something's going to hit them inside. It's going to reach them in a much deeper place. Okay, hang on, is this okay? But sometimes healers like you choose worse life circumstances, bloodlines, in order to heal the lineage. Hang on a second. I mean, you guys, you don't really know all the stuff that I lived, okay? So you have no clue. I've lived so many different things. But for me, it wasn't so much. For me, my focus was on heal myself because I was so traumatized. I mean, I was trying to kill myself at 8 years old, guys. 8 years old, okay? So that never really ended till just a few years ago. So yeah, so it's like my focus became about healing me and then about helping others. And, for me, the family ancestors, like I was saying earlier, it's more about clearing them where they are right now. And that clears up the energy of their future incarnations. Okay. Okay, we need a clearing for dealing with hatefulness from others. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hang on. What's this one? What's this? Keep hiding from church authorities, thinking they won't come behind her. Yeah. Oh my God. See, that's the thing. It was mostly churches that were doing the persecutions, belief systems, religions. Okay. You guys, it's messed up. Okay. What's really fucked up, really, is the belief systems are simply not true and real. Think about that. And most of you probably on some level know this, okay? But what is it like to watch humanity, watch the world have these belief systems that are based on misperceptions, conclusions, and even lies? Okay, think about it. I mean, it's just like, whoa, what are we going to do? Okay, there's nothing to do. Keep doing your own inner work, face your own self, heal your own self, and in that, it helps to change the world. Okay, there's nothing else to do. We're not going to change other people and other people's belief systems. You guys, okay, you're asking me to do stuff for free. What you don't realize, I have a whole team. I have to come up with like $40,000 a month. Okay, you think that's easy? It's hard. So, but I do free clearings, but there are things like when we do interviews, there's always a free clearing. When I do the Oceana, me and Oceana, when we do the energy update, there's a free clearing. Okay. So there's places where there's free stuff. You know what I mean? You can get free clearings. All right. So, yeah. So, asking me to give away, when what you also don't realize is what a drain these clearings are on me. I've already cut back on clients simply because my body can't handle it anymore. So, yeah, there we go. Abigail knows right there. Abigail, thank you. See, so I do monthly energy clearings. Okay. And again, if you go back and start looking at all the interviews, people, every interview, not every, but everyone with U Wealth, almost every interview I've done, you're getting a clearing. So if you want to get some clearings for free, do that. Okay. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Janice. It's true. You have no idea how much I give. All right. Thanks for the acknowledgement, everyone. Truly. Okay, Abigail, you do it. So I just told my accelerators our last meeting that, they're going to have to really step up because I'm backing down. My body just can't do it anymore. So, yeah, I got to get in the class, Abigail. That's true. So, yeah, so we're going to be spotlighting our accelerators each month, and they're going to start leading a group clearing so that they're going to start stepping up even more, which is really good because they're amazing healers. They're doing great work. So, yeah, things are shifting, changing. Okay, hang on a second. There is there is a discount when you buy a group of clearings, yeah, and it's only $30 for live clearing. Yeah, we do have, if the live, when you buy it live, it's $30. It's cheaper, okay? And we do have like bundles. We have bundles, and I'm pretty sure you guys we're going to be having another. What's that thing called? Black Friday. Last year we had I think we gave like an amazing discount, and people really took advantage of it. So that was awesome. Yeah, so there, you guys, there's different times, there's always specials happening, there's discounts happening that you can take advantage of. But the biggest one will be coming Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and 2 weeks from tomorrow. So, keep an eye out for that kind of thing. I'll be checking in with my team. I'm sure they're going to give the same kind of discount. I think it was a crazy amount of discount. I can't remember exactly. I don't want to say because I don't really remember. Yeah. Oh yeah, Abigail. So you did that. Do you remember what the discount was? I don't remember. She went to I went to town last Black Friday. Yeah, people did. It was good. Okay. So I can't remember what the discount was, but I'm sure it'll be the same this year too, Also, just so y'all know too, people, what happens is we have a whole team. I have a whole back end team. There's 7-8 people on the back end, and they're the ones who are setting everything up. we create the clearings like almost a year in advance. Okay. So if you guys have topics that you're really wanting, email We Care. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, yeah. And then too, oh, yeah, you guys, the clearings and the master classes, there's clearings in those. I mean, those you have to buy, those are paid for, but there's clearings in those as well. So, okay, here we go. Personal one-on-one clearings are so worth it. If you have not yet, please go book it. That you are, drawn, whoever you're drawn to. Yeah, it's true, you guys. Here, here's the thing, like group clearings are for the entire group. For the one-on-one, your focus is on that person and only on that person and whatever their issues are. Okay. So yeah, the one, you guys, sometimes if you're not getting if you're not having shifts happening with the group clearings, then get a private session, truly. Okay. That's what needs to happen. Okay, we got someone new here. Dim, new to the teachings, can feel the benefit already. Thank you so much. Thank you for stop. Thank you. What's this? What? Whenever you are ready to, I will take care of everything. Oh, yo, Dim. Cool. Thank you. You guys, thank you so much. Whoops. Yeah, thank you for, thanks for all your acknowledgments, everyone. Abigail, maybe, it sounds like you do a lot of different things. Why don't we have a conversation, see what's possible? Yeah, maybe email We Care and let them know that if Margot does We Care, Margot's the person there. So, okay, well, hang on a second. Yeah, so email Margot, let her know that I wanted to talk with you. Okay, Charlene, hang on a second, sweetie. All right, so you only had one session in January. Okay. What, in a situation like this, again, people, because I'll open up time, okay, because I've cut back, so there's actually more, I have time, and in order to get that, just let us know, let me know, let Margot know, just say Bonnie said, to let her know that we have an emergency and do it that way, okay? Truly, you guys. Cool, all righty. Okay, everyone, so, tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow is the group clearing on end people pleasing, clear the need to be needed. Okay, so that's coming. And then tomorrow also is, tomorrow is what? We have Facebook, quantum consciousness. Okay, yes. So tomorrow, this is free too, people. Tomorrow, live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, I don't know what else. It's a quantum consciousness, and I'll be talking about the root cause of people pleasing. Okay, so there'll be more information on that tomorrow, and that's at 1:30. Okay, 1:30, and then the group clearing in people pleasing starts at 2:30. Okay, so there's cool things to. Oh, yes, people. Shannon, what is it? It's called? Sorry, guys. The chakra series. So on Saturday, the third chakra, solar plexus, there's a major clearing happening for that. And it's a group, it's a closed group. But the thing is you fill out your form and I read your information and then I gather everybody's information and I do a full hour of clearing that one chakra. It's life-changing. Okay. So if that's the chakra series and that's coming up on Saturday. Thanks, Shannon, for reminding me. Yeah, so that's a good one, you guys. So that one, then the next one will be the heart chakra, which is a huge one. So if you haven't had chakra clearing, you might want to get in on these. These are very powerful, very potent, life-changing, big stuff. Okay, everyone. All righty. So thanks for being here. Thanks for acknowledging, what I do. Thank you. Appreciate it sincerely. And hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow at the Quantum Consciousness, which is free, and then at the hang on a second. Can we do, yeah, you can do one chakra. No. There's a package if you buy, more, but you can do one. No problem at all. Cool. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here.